Over the last year, I've dedicated a lot of time and energy to learning the art of self-care. Prioritizing my well-being isn't something I'm naturally inclined to do, but in 2022, I made it a mission of mine to stop sacrificing my well-being in order to hit certain goals. Last year, I spent time researching, learning, and practically putting into place rhythms and boundaries that would help me practice self-care. Before we start the video, I want to share a quote with you that had a huge impact on me and that I think can really help a lot of people. Self-care is often a very unbeautiful thing. It is making a spreadsheet of your debt and enforcing a morning routine and cooking yourself healthy meals and no longer running from your problems and calling the distraction a solution. It is often doing the ugliest thing that you have to do, like sweat through another workout or tell a toxic friend you don't want to see them anymore, or get a second job so you can have a savings account, or figure out a way to accept yourself so that you're not constantly exhausted from trying to be everything all of the time. True self-care is not just salt baths and chocolate cake. It is making the choice to build a life you don't need to regularly escape from, and that sometimes means doing the ugliest thing you have to do. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about different ways to practice self-care and to take care of yourself. I think this is something a lot of us struggle with, myself included. So I really wanted to share some of what I've learned in these 15 simple ways to practice self-care. A great way to start practicing self-care is to actually schedule time in your calendar to take care of yourself. If you use any kind of planner or digital system for time blocking your life, literally schedule in a chunk of time that you know is going to be dedicated to prioritizing your well-being and just listening to what you need. One of the most important ways that you can practice self-care is to move your body and eat well. This is a habit that I am currently working on. I'm on week 2 of consistently going to the gym. The importance of physically taking care of yourself is something that cannot be overstated. It can be a really healing and beautiful thing to take the time to care for your physical body, and it's also a really important way to invest in yourself for the future. Another really important way to practice self-care is to get comfortable setting boundaries with people. I feel like this gets talked about a lot, and so sometimes it almost feels redundant to hear, but it really is so important. We need to be able to say no to things that are not top priority for us. Life is short and time goes fast, and you can't be everything to everyone. The other thing is you can't be the best version of yourself in any area without taking time for yourself. My hair is so staticky right now. These Ottawa winters are killing me. Your time, your ability to make decisions, and your emotional capacity are not unlimited resources. Set boundaries that you need to protect those things and ensure that they're going to the areas of your life where they are most important. One of the best ways to practice self-care is to just start paying attention to the little things in your life that bring you joy. For me, a lot of the time this is things like having flowers in my house, taking a hot bath and reading a good book. I also really love to bake. These are little things that are very easy to weave into the chaos of my everyday life. They serve as really great pick-me-ups that don't cost money and don't require a lot of planning ahead. When I've had a long day or I'm feeling really worn out, something like this can be a really nice way to take a break and do something that reconnects me to myself and makes me feel emotionally and mentally rested. Surround yourself with things that you love. I think that the idea of filling your space with things that you love is a really underrated one. We just moved into our apartment a few months ago, and so I'm going through this whole process right now of decorating our space and organizing it. This is the first time that we've started fresh in a new place together and are creating our own home and being able to fill it with things that we love, especially as somebody who cares so much about home decor and organization. I can't tell you how good it feels to walk into our bedroom that I've decorated in a way I really love, or come downstairs in the morning and see a kitchen with the mason jars that I picked out on the shelves. Most of these are really simple things. We got all of our furniture on Marketplace, and all of the decor we've bought has been on gift cards. But filling our space with things we love creates so many little moments of joy. Of course, it's not just about decorations, but being able to immerse yourself in a space that makes you feel at peace and comfortable is just so good for the soul. Develop a cleaning routine. This is another habit that I'm building this year, and honestly, the benefits of having a clean home are unreal. I would say I'm an organized person. I'm not necessarily the cleanest person by nature, but it is something that I'm working on, and I can't tell you what a difference I feel. One of the big things that I've been doing is closing my kitchen every night. So cleaning it every night before I go to bed, and then waking up to a clean kitchen makes me feel ahead for the day before I've even started. By contrast, when I start the day with a messy kitchen, I often feel like I'm starting the day already behind. And starting off from a place of stress or anxiety does not lead to a day filled with productivity and rest and joy. There's also a lot of data to support the idea that a clean space usually leads to a rested and peaceful mind, and a space of clutter usually leads to a cluttered mind. In my experience, I have definitely found this to be true. Find hobbies, not hustles. I have really come to the conclusion that hobbies are extremely important for your mental well-being and overall state of mind. I think having an outlet that's not work, where you can be creative or do something that you enjoy when you want to relax but you don't know how, having that to fall back on is so important. And one thing that I really don't like is I feel like culturally now, the idea of hobbies has really shifted into what side hustles can you create? And obviously there are situations where extra income is needed or really, really important, and I totally get that. I am in no way critical of the side hustle. Big side hustle fan. But I do think that it's important to have a part of your life where you're not trying to pull anything out of it and it's just something for you to just exist in. Another way to practice self-care that I think is very underrated is to spend time learning things. I honestly feel like so many of us just get a desire to learn beaten out of us in school, but as an adult, reconnecting with a pull to learn and to grow and gain a deeper understanding of myself and the world around me has been one of the most restful and restorative and life-giving things I have ever done. One of the great things too about learning for fun is that you can literally just educate yourself on the things that matter to you and that you really care about. You're under no obligation to study for a test or take any prereqs. I'm currently in the middle of doing just a full deep dive on trying to learn more about my hormonal cycle and how to best support my body through that. Journal or find a safe space to process. No matter who you are or what stage of life you're in, we all have things that we need to process and work through. And having either a person or a space that feels totally safe to just work through all of that is a really crucial form of self-care. Without this, it can be really hard to get in touch with your own emotions and make good decisions, let alone process and heal from what's going on in your life. Another way to practice self-care is to answer honestly when someone asks how you're doing. It's such a reflex, right? When someone in your life asks like, oh, how are you? And just to automatically respond with, oh, I'm fine, or I'm good. And if that's true, that's amazing. But if you are struggling, or if you're feeling tired, or you're feeling burned out, sharing that with the people who love you and care about you and want to support you is necessary. That doesn't mean you have to or should share the details of your emotional state with everyone who asks you how you are. But if you have trusted people in your life that you know will want to support you through whatever you're going through, tell them the truth. Grow slow. I wanted to talk about this because I know a lot of you guys value personal growth as much as I do, and we talk a lot about goal setting and habits and all of that here. It's so easy to set really huge goals for yourself, and love that. Huge goals are amazing. Big fan of that. Setter of huge goals. But at the same time, it can be easy to lose sight of the beauty in just slow development. Changing your life usually means changing part of who you are. That takes time. Habit formation takes time. Letting yourself go through that process guilt-free and with grace for the process is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. Prioritize your sleep. Quality of sleep that you get has such direct impact on your quality of life, your mental well-being. This also ties in with taking care of your physical body. Create things. I haven't looked into the research on this, so I don't know if this is a me thing or if this is a universal thing. I don't know. Comment down below if you resonate with this. But I think there's something so uniquely restorative about the process of being creative. I'm not particularly artistic, but I do find creating art to be an incredibly therapeutic thing to do. I got really into scrapbooking in my last couple years of high school. You can imagine how cool I was. And I think that's when I really discovered this for myself. The process of taking random objects and fusing them together to create something from your mind is just, there's nothing like it. Do little things for yourself. These are the things that you see on Pinterest when you type in like self-care, right? Go get your nails done, get a massage, let yourself sleep in and don't feel bad about it. I did consolidate this into one thing on the list because I think it meets the same need, and it is an important form of self-care as well. Doing little things for yourself and treating yourself to little things like that can be so powerful for your self-esteem and your relationship with yourself, but at the same time, I think it can be overhyped to where people just associate splurging with self-care and sometimes de-emphasize all of the other things on the list that might not be as aesthetically pleasing, but are equally or even more important. Self-care also looks different in different seasons, and that's okay. It's actually kind of cool. I used to really wrestle with the whole concept of self-care and just feeling like, how can I justify spending my time and energy on myself when I could be giving it to someone else? Because I have learned how to practice self-care, and I dedicated a lot of 2022 to learning how to practice self-care, I am a better wife, I'm a better friend, sister, daughter, all YouTube creator, all of the things. Setting boundaries in your own life, prioritizing your well-being, and investing in yourself is the best thing you can do for you, but it's also the best thing you can do for everyone that you care about. That is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed these 15 ways to practice self-care, 15 ideas for how to take care of yourself. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. It seriously means the absolute world to me and helps my channel so much more than you could ever imagine. I also wanted to tell you guys that I just updated my Amazon storefront and added a bunch of links, so if there's anything you saw in this video that you're looking for a link to, it's probably going to be in there. So those links are in the description box. Make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos coming soon all about intentional living, productivity, and my life here in Ottawa. I hope you have a good day, because today is a good day to have a good day, and that's it. Bye.